What's up guys, welcome to a new video. Tonight's our second weekend out on the year, which is kind of crazy because it's almost June. If you watched the last video, I mentioned that we were just kind of behind on everything this year. Moving into a new trailer and then setting up the second car just put us behind, and then also a lot of races have gotten canceled this year from the weather. So it's been a tough season. We haven't raced much and it's already almost June. Usually we'll start racing by like mid to late February, so just haven't gotten much in this year for a few different reasons. But tonight we're out here at Circus City Speedway in Peru, Indiana for the non-wing world championships, night number 1, the first prelim night, and also the first night on this new Outlaw car that we've got set up. It's another G-Force chassis, just like the one we had before, and it's got an Adams 2mm in it with the Gould billet injection. So really nice piece that we have set up here. And I just want to give a big thanks to Justin Porter with Porter Steel Buildings for making this possible. It really means a lot to us, and hopefully we can make him proud this year. Just got off the track a little bit ago from hot laps, and just didn't really feel like the right rear tire was really grabbing on anything on corner entry. I kind of think maybe it was just because there was some marbles built up. We were the first group out, so maybe the track hadn't really blown off and gotten some grip in it yet. I thought about pulling the right rear end some, but I went up there to watch a couple of groups after me, and it seemed like they were really bouncing pretty hard off of the right rear. Like their right rear was biting into stuff like really hard and upsetting the car. So I decided not to slide the right rear in. I did some shock work, and we're gonna change some pressures here, but nothing too crazy. We did change our stagger as well, just to try and get it to drive a little straighter. But nothing too crazy here, because I don't want to tighten up so much that it's gonna upset the car through that rough stuff on entry to 1. So hopefully I've tightened up enough, but we'll see in this heat race coming up. I'll be starting 4th in this one. Got some good cars, but they start deeper in the field, so hopefully we can get up there, maybe pass a couple other cars and get ourselves a good finishing position here. sorry I wasn't able to get back with you guys after that heat race, but we had some setup changes to make. We found a little bit of an alignment problem, nothing too major, but we just bent one of the torsion arms to where it would fit in the middle of the bird cage a little bit better. So we fixed that. We also had some water coming out, and we checked all those fittings, found one and tightened it up a little bit, and then also made our setup changes. And I watched the track a little bit to get a gauge on what I needed to do for that. So I was pretty busy between that heat and that qualifier. The heat was just horrendous for us. Started at 4th and got stuck behind a car that was running the top and kind of the bottom, mostly the bottom, but would venture up to the top some too. So it was just really tough for me to get around him. Lots of guys passed me while I was trying the top to get around him. So we went 4th to 7th in that one. And obviously it doesn't help that we were also the first heat out on the track. The track really had not widened out at all. Bottom still had a lot of grip, and the top was pretty much just dirt clods, you know, marbles, dusty stuff. So I was pretty much just sliding around up top. Eventually I felt like it cleaned off enough that I could kind of get a run on the top on one of the two ends. I don't even remember which one. But then ended up 7th in that. That put us starting 8th in the qualifier. They took top 6 to the feature and 7th, 8th, and 9th to the LCQ. I ran the top and the bottom on each end a little bit, and eventually settled on the bottom in 1 and 2 and the top in 3 and 4. 1 and 2 got super ruddy, super rough, and it's just because of all the weather they had today. So finished 6th in the qualifier, and that's going to transfer us to the feature race. They said storms are rolling in pretty quick, I think. Should be here in the next like 10-20 minutes, something like that. And they just went ahead and called it for the night. Like, they finished up the LCQ, and then immediately they took the grader out there to try and blade off the track, get it sealed over like they did yesterday, because we're supposed to get a lot of weather here tomorrow too. So they went ahead and did that, and they said we're just gonna try and finish up the features tomorrow when we get out, before we start tomorrow night's program. So I'll be back with you guys tomorrow for those features. I'm gonna leave it in this video. I'm not gonna try and split it up into different days or anything like that. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for the features. All right, it's Friday now, and we're about to go out for the features here. We got around to hot laps, and the track didn't seem as rough as it was yesterday. I think just probably because it doesn't have a lot of laps on it. I'm going on my same setup I had last night, I think, unless we watch this first feature and see that there's something changing. Otherwise, I'll probably tune on some shocks or Jacob's ladder or pressure or something like that. But for the most part, going out on the same setup and just gonna see what it does. Again, we start 18th, so we're deep in the field, and we'll see what happens.